All right, thank you all very much. At this time, we will recall to order the Suffern Central Board of Education meeting for Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. Let the record reflect all board members are currently present with the exception of Dr. Nick Pond.
Carmel after reaching the Final Four in Section 1's Class AA. The varsity girls diving have a section tournament today. Varsity girls swimming have section trials on Wednesday. This Saturday, November 6th, there will be an SAT administered at the high school. We have Cambridge student presentations taking place November 8th to the 15th. Students will share their independent research project. And November 11th, 13th are the fall play dates. Tickets are available on the SHS website. Thank you.
Mike's off. Thank you very much. Okay, 1.08 is the minutes of the regular meeting for October 19th, 2021. Do I have a motion? Mrs. Hodge. There's a second? Mr. Frazier. All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 All those against? Any abstentions? All right. Thank you very much. Superintendent comments.
Thank you very much. Nice to see everyone here this evening. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining us. Fall is here, and boy, does Suffern know how to celebrate Halloween. What an experience for me as the new superintendent, seeing all the fall festivities. It's really an enjoyable opportunity to go ahead and see all the students and staff members having a lot of fun. I had the pleasure of attending the Interact Club and Suffern Rotary Spaghetti Dinner last week, where funds were raised to support senior college scholarships. The fall season of athletics is wrapping up with a few sports, as we just heard, continuing their events into the playoffs. A big reminder that tomorrow is our rain date for the elementary school cross-country run. Heard a lot of great things about this event. It's a wonderful way to bring our elementary school students together in a competitive yet mostly fun fashion. So I'm looking forward to seeing that tomorrow night at the middle school. Second time ever it's being held at the middle school. And next week, we are certainly thrilled to bring back the fall production at the high school. We know that it's been some time since we've had in-person audiences for productions like this, and this will be my first Suffern production to witness, so I'm really excited about it. Looking forward to our students hitting the stage. Of course, the challenges surrounding transportation in our district continue to be an issue for many of our families. Transportation issues are lessening with the introduction of additional drivers, but our transportation office continues to field specific issues from families whose children are still being impacted by various delays. In the past 2 weeks, I've held numerous meetings with both public school and non-public school parents about the challenges that they are facing with bus delays. We are continuing to meet with our transportation provider every few days to discuss methods of creating efficiencies and or modifying routes to get students to school on time. I appreciate the support from many of our local lawmakers as we strive to improve our on-time performance. For the board members, you may have picked up the latest Excelsior. Our fall 2021 edition of Excelsior will be hitting the mailboxes later this week, if not already. In addition to the high school, in addition to highlighting school initiatives, our district strategic plan is highlighted, as well as an invitation to all district families to bring their preschool age children to the preschool playgroup periodically being held at RP Connor. Finally, it appears that COVID vaccinations will be made available to students ages 5 through 11 in just the next coming weeks. We look forward to this opportunity to get our younger students protected against the transmission of COVID-19 and have reached out to Good Sam Hospital in hopes that we will be able to host a vaccination drive in our middle school sometime soon. We are slowly, as I've talked to many of you who are teachers and parents in the district, we are slowly but continuously making a return to normal. Winter sports are now here at the doorstep, and we're looking forward to getting back into our gyms and halls and rinks at full capacity, masked, but enjoying our students who are competing. And we are also looking forward to getting back into our auditoriums to see our students performing. I, for one, am looking forward to a Mountie winter season. So I'm looking forward to this. I've heard a lot about it, and I can't wait to see it. Thus concludes my superintendent's report for Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I think you'd better Start getting those hockey tickets now.
Get ready.
All right. 1.10, public participation. This segment is public participation on action items only. There will be another segment later for any other district-related business. But if there is anybody who wishes to speak on action items on tonight's agenda, please step to the podium. Okay, as I see nobody standing up, we will close that portion of the meeting. Move to action items. So tonight we have action items 2.01 through 2.13. I would call for a consent agenda for 2.01 through 2.13 unless anybody has an item that they wish to pull at this time.
I want to pull 2.09, please.
2.09. Okay. Any other action items? Okay. All right. So then we'll call for a consent agenda. This will be for action items 2.01 through 2.08 and 2.10 through 2.13. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
All right, let's try that again. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Frazier? All right. Is there a second? Ms. Dickman. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Okay. 2.09, this is a contract for Culture Links LLC. Do I have a motion? Mr. Shapiro. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Donnelly. Any discussion?
I was curious about the way it's, so the attendees, is it the entire staff that is in attendance? Is it school by school?
I'm going to ask Ms. Weber to go ahead and answer that question.
It's one of the choice workshops. We're offering an extended day so the teachers will have the option to choose it or not.
That was going to be my next question, if it was required. And is there a survey or an evaluation after?
There will be a survey for the whole extended day. We have a number of different presenters, and so people will give feedback on the sessions they attend.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments? No? All right. So for action item 2.09, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? All right. Thank you very much. So we'll conclude action items. All right. 6.01, board member comments. Are there any board member comments at this time? Mrs. Shapiro?
Last night was the Rockland County School Boards Association meeting, and we had a guest speaker, if you will, and it was Dr. Gunderson, and he was welcomed, and everyone appreciated his comments, and despite what I might have said, they still liked him. So I think it went over very well for now. For now. That's it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Frazier?
Yes. As Dr. Gunderson stated earlier, I too was in attendance at the spaghetti dinner, the 47th annual spaghetti dinner for the fundraiser with the Interact Club at Suffern High School with the Rotary Club. If you haven't attended, next year is your opportunity. The spaghetti was great. The students were great. I would like to commend the parents, teachers, coaches, staff for the professionalism that they're instilling and the respect from the students who served as waitresses and waiters as we were eating. I mean, they really made you feel at home while you were dining in with them. So if you have an opportunity next year, please attend the annual spaghetti dinner. I even took a plate home with me. It was that good. So, and it's for a good cause. The desserts were wonderful as well. And the decorations and music. They had music while you're eating, nice quiet music. So it was well done. very well done. And on Saturday, Sloatsburg hosted its annual Halloween parade, and we had the honor of having the Suffern High School band under the direction of Mr. Randall Swartz, the band director. Let me tell you, those students performed. That band was excellent. We ended up at the elementary school for the judging contest, and the drum corps really showed up, let me tell you. So those kids are to be commended. I really enjoyed it. I even started dancing. They had to pull me back a little bit. I was dancing on the lawn. So good job to the Suffern High School band and all the people that showed up. So thank you.
All right, that's great. Thank you. Any other comments? Okay. All right. We'll close that portion of the meeting. We'll go to public participation 7.01. So this is public participation on any district-related business. We ask that this be kept to 3 minutes for remarks, and any speakers that do come to the podium, please state your name, district affiliation, and please refrain from mentioning any district staff or student names. So at this time, anybody who wishes to speak? Oh, and I should have and one other quick thing. It's a 3-minute segment. What I'll do so as not to interrupt is I'll hold up 2 when you're at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, you've got 30, and then 3 when you hit 3.
Okay. Hi, good evening. My name's Rebecca Salamone. I have 2 children in Suffern Central. My daughter is a student at Suffern High School. My son is a senior out of district at Hudson Valley P-Tech. I felt compelled to speak today because there has been basically a lineup of parents at previous board meetings of people complaining about the buses. So I just wanted to come today and talk about our experience. My out-of-district son's bus comes in the morning about 6:40 a.m. for an 8 a.m. start. And then he walks in the door around 4 o'clock after being dismissed at 2:55, sometimes later. I help a neighbor get her son off the bus who attends one of our public elementary schools, and every day he sits in the library and waits for his bus to come, and he gets home at least 20 minutes after his scheduled bus arrival time every day. There is a labor shortage, and there simply are not enough bus drivers. This is happening across the country. So while we may not be at this podium every meeting, that doesn't mean there aren't issues with public school or non-religious out-of-district families. It's just that many of us understand the situation is impossible right now. I'm grateful that the district is doing everything they can to stay on Chestnut Ridge to keep our children safe and make sure they have qualified, safe drivers. I understand the frustration that many of these parents feel. I'm sad for my son when he's been sitting on a bus for over an hour after a very long school day. But the answer is not to punish the public school system and cripple the district with the astronomical cost of such a tremendous number of private school students. I grew up in New Rochelle, New York, where there is a large number of students attending Catholic and other private schools. Even then, there are only 8% of students attending private school and needing busing. In Suffern, we are now at approximately 25% of all students. We happen to live in New York where this is law. I am sure when this law was created, the intention was never that there would be 143 different schools to travel to in one district. This law doesn't even exist in many other states. We must come to a safe and fair agreement that benefits everyone and is realistic before the busing costs begin negatively impacting our budget. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else would like to speak at this time?
Hi, I'm Karen Mena. This is Jocelyn Rondina. We're just going to give a quick update about some clubs at Suffern Middle School. I'm the advisor of the Green Team at Suffern Middle School with Elio Ficarella. We just got the new 6th grade recruits on board, so we have a full team now of about 50 students. At our school, we have a 900 square foot garden. We just closed that down for the winter. We had students come all summer watering the garden. We donated about 200 pounds of produce this summer, which was actually kind of light. We've donated over a total of 2,000 pounds since 2016. On October 16th, we did a 3.5-mile hike at Ramapo Reservation. We had about 16 students and 5 parents join us on the hike. Just this weekend, we cleaned up the Sloatsburg Community Park, where we picked up 6 bags of garbage. We also pulled some tires out of the woods up there. School supplies will be collected this year and donated through the Suffern Rotary to a school that's being built in the Highlands at Vietnam. Since 2016, we have donated just over 1,000 pounds of school supplies to the STEP program, which is the Schools to End Poverty program. So that's an update for the Green Team. And now Jocelyn's going to give an update for Youth Against Cancer.
I'm giving a report for Eliza Martin. She's not here. On October 17th, the Suffern Middle School and the Suffern High School Youth Against Cancer clubs participated in the Sunrise Walk. The kids helped to raise over $30,000 for the Sunrise Association, which is an organization that sends children with cancer and their siblings to medically staffed summer camps.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you both very much. Any other speakers?
Good evening. My name is Kristen Schmidt. I'm one of the guidance counselors at Suffern Middle School, and along with my colleague, Ms. Stephanie Shada, I'm one of the co-advisors of Student Council. So just to kind of keep the good news about Suffern Middle School rolling, we just completed our Spirit Week. So each day of 2 weeks ago. Each day had a different theme. We had Mountie Monday. On Tuesday, each grades were assigned a color. Students wore a specific color to represent their grade. Wednesday, we all wore pink in support of breast cancer. We had our very famous Pajama Day on Thursday, where all students came to school in their pajamas, and teachers participated as well, which was lovely. And then on Friday was a day for students to dress up in the costumes. You know, last year, the halls often felt empty and hollow with no students with remote learning. So to have everybody back in person and participating so actively in these events is a really wonderful feeling. And as a graduate of Suffern, knowing that Suffern's spirit is high, it really never felt higher than it did last week. So thank you.
Great, thank you. Although I have to say, with Pajama Day, I feel like every day's Pajama Day for some of my kids when they go. So, other speakers?
Good evening. My name is Lee Breuer. I live here in the district, Suffern School District. First, I'd like to thank the board for paying attention and preparing more chairs and inviting more attendance, although it seems like many have been discouraged from the past. I'd like to address a specific gentleman. Approximately a decade ago, I worked for a company. There was a CFO in the company. His name was John. John grew up in this very district. He grew up in East Ramapo School District. He used to be very proud, telling his story about how special East Ramapo School District was back then in the 1950s, 1960s. He grew up somewhere around the intersection of 306 and 59, where there used to be the Osborne Pontiac dealer, Goodyear, the other corner. John was a good student. He graduated. He joined MasterCard in the early 1980s, and he was with them throughout their IPO in the 2006 approximate. 2010, he joined that multi-billion-dollar company I was working for. I was just a salesman there. So I want to make a point about John. John described to me at some point while he grew up in East Ramapo, moved to Suffern Central, had his kids go to the district here. He described to me a specific moment in East Ramapo School District where he saw the board took a wrong turn onto a road of no return. It was when the private school parents were no longer targeted for their religion. As we heard another young lady here sharing what her kids is going through, it's a direct results on incompetence, and it just turned around to get private school parents to run the board, the district. I don't condone that. I made a personal promise for John. I'm not going to help it do it here. John moved away from here. His kids have graduated and out. I have been getting a lot of calls and requests from individuals to get on the line and put up a fight and represent the private school parents. And I'm here to let know everyone, the board, taxpayers, parents, and students, equal treatment for all, special treatment for none, applies to religious children as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other speakers?
Hi, I'm Ashley Connington. I'm a sixth grade teacher at Suffern Middle School. And I'm here because I wanted to share the talent of one of my students. I had Justin in sixth grade, and he was always doodling and drawing. And I was taking his pictures and always putting it up. And I saw him at the beginning of eighth grade, and I'm like, Justin, are you still painting? Are you still doing? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, bring something in for me. And the other day, Justin brought in this phenomenal picture. And I just wanted to share some of the talent of our students. He did this off of another picture. He saw one of my units is planetary science, and he's like, Ms. Connington, it looks just for your classroom. So I just wanted to show you off some of the talent that we have floating around in the middle school.
All right. Thank you. Any other speakers? No, going once. I don't think there, is there anybody outside? No? Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, last call. No? All right, thank you all. We'll close the public participation portion of this meeting and go to superintendent closing comments.
I have very little to say, except for the fact that I'm thrilled to hear so many teachers getting up and really very proud of what's taking place in the middle school and sharing that with the board and the public. As I've said to all of you who I've had the chance to meet one-on-one, Suffern is an incredible place, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. And this pride that you all show by taking time out of your own time from your own families to come and share with us the things that you're proud of gives all of us goosebumps, I think. It's really a wonderful thing. So thank you for coming out and doing that.
Great. All right. Thank you. And really, that's going to do it for tonight. So at this time, I'll make a motion to adjourn. No, everybody wants to stay.
I want to stay.
Okay.
A motion.
Mr. Frazier, second.
Second.
Mrs. Hodge. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all very much. This meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting will be here in 2 weeks. That is the 19th? 16th? 16th.
Thanks, everyone,
November
for coming.
16th. Thank you.
Have a great week.